Hello and welcome to Time Troopers. Today we're going to be looking at mission 6.2, Password Protect. As always, you should read the mission infill story so you're aware what's going on, and now we'll take you through setting up the game itself. So to start with, let's look at the components we'll need. We'll need the green dice, and we'll need deck R1 to R13 and P1 to P4. So we'll take the timeline die, which we always need, the green die. Let's take these as well. We know we'll need our trooper deck, and we need cards R1 to R13 and P1 to P4. So we'll go to late Cretaceous period. Select the cards we need, and the cards we don't need we'll select back in the box, and we'll set the box to one side. Okay, looking at the setup, you will see we have an R2 in play and an R3 which starts exhausted. So let's do that. R2 and an R3. So the R2 starts that way up, and the R3 starts exhausted. And now let's just quickly read what we have to do. So mission brief, unlock the password and find the artifact details. Move to the clearing. Success, defeat the Atrociraptors and find 7 signals and unscramble the password. If at the end of the timeline phase you have 7 password cards and there are no Atrociraptors in play, go to infill 1.1 and read the matching word from the password. Add 38 words to reveal the artifact. Then read 6.2 exfil as normal. So what we're looking to do is unscramble a password. We will fail if 3 troopers are defeated. So let's read the special rules at the bottom. Passwords cards. Take trooper unlock cards U5, U6 and U7, shuffle them into your deck. There are 7 password cards in total, 3 in the trooper deck and 4 in the local deck. So let's grab those cards from the unlocks. So we need U7, U6 and U5. We'll place the rest of the unlocks in there. So these cards will go into our trooper deck. I'm just going to quickly show you what they say on one of the cards. So when this appears in your hand, we will have to pay 5 time tokens to secure this part of the password. So for now, I'm just going to shuffle them into our trooper deck. So we've put 3 password cards into our deck. It says there are also 4 in the local deck. So we will see going through the local deck, there are 4 password cards here. And again, here we also have to pay time tokens to secure those. But of course, they're going to come out in the timeline phase. So we're trying to secure the right number from the right timeline phase and also be prepared so that when a password comes out in our hand, we need to pay for it as well. Let's read a little bit further on. Trooper deck password cards, which we just talked about. You must pay the time tokens cost to take the card. Yeah, we just said that. Then add it to the deployment zone. If you cannot, then it is discarded as normal, so we'd have to wait for it to come back round. Unscramble the password. So once we have all 7 of those letters in the deployment zone, we've paid for those. Unscramble the password, go to infill 1.1 and find the password. Add 38 words to reveal the artifact. So once we've got those 7 letters, we'll have to do some reorganizing, a bit of a puzzle, and then it will spell a word. Then we will go to mission 1.1, and we will find that word somewhere on this page. Once we have the word that we've unscrambled, we will add 38 letters, and it will tell us the artifact we're looking for. So it's password protected. We will then switch back to 6.2 once we know which artifact we're looking for, and carry on reading the mission exfil. So let's continue with our setup. We choose which trooper we want to start in play. So it looks like the Atrociraptors are going to be quite tough to defeat. So I'm going to go for Kira because he has quite good defense as my starting character. It's important to note that he starts in the deployment zone. And we will draw 5, discard 1, and start with 2 time tokens. So we'll set the time dial to 2. We'll draw 5 cards. And we will discard one. So let's discard, we don't need the med pack yet, so let's discard the med pack. And then we have Ingrid and a couple of time tokens as our starting hand. So we'd be ready to play. A couple of rules to take care of here is take note of the text as always on all cards, but especially on the Atrociraptors. So when an Atrociraptor is defeated, we need to draw 2 local cards. If any of them are predators, they get added into play. So let's say Akira was in play and we defeated this Atrociraptor, it would get discarded. We would draw 2 cards. None of them are predators, so that is good. If we had have drawn any predators, they would come into play. Something to be aware of, so if you're hanging on in there and defeating an Atrociraptor, beware because some always might come back into play. That's the major rules of the game. I'm sure you've got it from here. Good luck!